Okay, picture this. You're staring at a job description, and you just know deep in your bones that you are the absolute perfect fit for it. You apply, you wait, and then bam, you get an automated rejection email just a few days later. It is literally one of the most frustrating experiences in the professional world. And here's a crazy fact to put things into perspective. Recruiters spend an average of just 6 to 7 seconds scanning a resume. Just 6 seconds. You know you have the talent. You know you have the experience. So why do so many absolutely brilliant professionals repeatedly fail to break through that very first screening? It's a question that haunts pretty much everyone who's ever looked for a job.
So on one side, we have your genuine potential, right? Your drive, your late night studying, your complex problem-solving skills. You are this dynamic, three-dimensional professional. But on the other side, we have the recruiter's perception. And the thing is, they don't get to meet you right away. They are just looking at a flat, two-dimensional document. It's like a giant puzzle with missing pieces. Companies are genuinely looking for a candidate exactly like you, but the recruiter just cannot guess your value based on context they simply do not have. Your resume is often their very first entry point. And that brings us to a huge realization from a software engineer, Helena Pedro, perfectly put it. Writing a good resume is its own skill. Think about that for a second. You might be a phenomenal engineer, a totally brilliant marketer, or an incredible project manager. But communicating that structural journey on paper, that is a completely separate competency. A lot of really smart, capable people miss out on opportunities not because they aren't talented, but simply because their resumes fail to present their career trajectory clearly. Now, this powerful insight comes directly from Helena Pedro. She's a highly skilled software engineer originally from Angola, where she built an incredible foundation working on real-world systems at a major bank. Later, she moved to the United States to pursue her master's in computer science. And when she started applying for international roles, well, she experienced this exact frustration firsthand. She noticed that friends and highly qualified peers were constantly getting rejected, and her own career struggles inspired a brilliant realization. This isn't just an HR problem, it's a technical, structural, software problem that actually needs solving. The crucial point here is this core definition, the evolving professional product. We absolutely have to stop treating a resume as a piece of paper that we write once, save as a PDF, and just blast out to 50 different companies. That doesn't work anymore. Helena realized that a modern resume is essentially a software product. It requires version control. It needs to be continuously adjusted, improved, and adapted depending on the specific vacancy, what the market is saying, and industry demands. Here is the playbook you need to actually pull this off. To turn that stagnant document into a dynamic narrative, you've got to adopt a product manager's mindset for your own career. First, treat your resume as an evolving product. Second, adapt it continuously to the market. Third, you need to establish repeatable feedback cycles. Don't just guess, measure the exact improvements between document versions. And importantly, rely on structured, language-aware critique. For instance, Helena's platform processes both Portuguese and English, ensuring that local context and the nuances of emerging markets don't get lost in translation.
We have all been there, dealing with the total chaos of having files on our desktop named resume_final_version3_really final_I swear. .pdf. It's a mess. To solve this, Helena created the Resume Feedback Platform. It's super streamlined. First, you upload your file. Second, an AI analysis runs in the background, extracting text without making you sit and stare at a loading screen. Third, and this is absolutely key, it tracks the version. Finally, it runs a progress comparison. This continuous, version-aware loop is just critical for modern job seekers. Notice the huge distinction here between two very different AI promises. Most tools out there, they just give you current version feedback. They look at the document and answer the question, is this current version good? But Helena's platform goes a step further and adds progress comparison. It answers a much tougher, much more important question. Did this new version actually fix the problems from the last one, or did you accidentally introduce new errors? It tells you exactly what improved, what still needs work, and if any new regressions somehow popped up. The entire philosophy of this platform really boils down to 3 words: iterate with evidence. You are no longer just guessing if your resume is getting better. You aren't relying on subjective opinions from 5 different people leaving conflicting comments in a group chat. Instead, you are communicating your unique value to global recruiters through measurable, data-driven progression. It's a real game changer. I want to make it clear this isn't just a fun weekend side project. This technology has serious enterprise-grade validation.
The resume feedback platform was actually featured globally in the Handshake AI Showcase as part of the OpenAI Developers and Handshake Codex Creator Challenge. This is a massive international initiative, and it placed Helena's work right up there among the very best.
And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates a much larger point about democratizing professional mentorship. It proves, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that high-level AI innovation doesn't just happen in Silicon Valley or traditional big tech centers. It highlights that talent from emerging markets, like Angola, can absolutely build solutions with global potential when they have access to the right tools. It takes quality professional guidance, which, let's be real, is often super expensive and exclusive, and it makes it accessible. Ultimately, it empowers youth to confidently step onto the global stage and compete in a highly demanding job market.
I really want to highlight this quote from Helena. She says AI can democratize access to quality professional guidance, especially for youth in emerging markets. She firmly believes that the future doesn't belong just to those who casually use AI, but to those who can combine human intelligence, local context, and technology to create genuinely useful solutions. The goal here isn't to let AI write your entire life story for you. No. The goal is to use AI to help you tell your own story better, making your invisible talent finally, undeniably visible to the world. Which leaves us with this final provocative thought to ponder. You know you have the skills. You know you have the drive. Your talent is 100% ready. But is your version history? Are you still relying on a static, stagnant document? Or are you ready to take ownership of your professional narrative and start iterating with evidence today? Think about that before you send out your very next application.